Diploini here with another episode of Xibalba drowning the world, potentially. It's Dominion 6, the Middle Age, and Fountain, Minnesota is still trying to sink the world, Xibalba. Lots of messages here. Our construction research is finally finished, opening up some forgeable items for us. And we are now rushing evocation level 9. So we can finally get our nuclear weapon online. Then Zakatan Kenote de Muraya has claimed the Throne of Bureaucracy. Now we'll have less money than before, but our dominion will get stronger fast. The Carrion Lord has to get the Throne of Law for unethically sourced anime. Keep forgetting who these guys are. Would be nice if the messengers told me which nations the guys belong to. Then someone dispelled Mother Oak. I already know this because it was the talk of the day on our Discord. Mostly because it's rather strange. Mother Oak is the cheapest, the earliest you can get, and while nature gems are fairly useful, it makes more sense to just try to replace it. I guess someone wanted to bring up some Mother Oaks themselves. Someone was spiteful? Well, we see in the couple turns if some other player plants a new Mother Oak. If nothing happens, I guess it was just spite. Then at the Fortress of Delca we have our next battle, and we captured it and of course destroyed the enemy temple. This time we took far more losses because there was a stronger presence of the enemy inside. Ah yeah, our poor baby poison frogs died. Even a lot of the Horse Brothers died. Then a good chunk of our normal warriors died, and not many of our flyers for some reason. Also the province defense of Delca. Oh, I keep forgetting. Those are the guys auto-generated by the game to defend the fortress. So yeah, as you can see, it's a beefy defense. Together with the guys inside, have about parity on losses. Just yeah, let's take a look what happened. I'm guessing a lot of our artillery killed our own frogs, like always. Yeah, we exchanged some fire with a solid block of infantry blocking the way. Then they immediately attack, leaving everything wide open. Then the Master Smiths use some magic on us. Oh, I completely forgot this isn't the army with all my mages. So this explains why this is so bloody, because one or two good casts could have broken this open. I guess this is an expensive lesson for us. And look how hard our poor little froggies have to work. And units keep running away from the massacre. At least the mages were stupid enough to walk forward. Yeah, everyone runs away, and of course as soon as the leaders are dead, the battle is over and we invade the castle. That was an immensely costly battle, but I guess that's what I get for not wanting to wait until our mages are there. Then in the Cloudbreakers we got some fire gems. And someone was there, our scout was discovered in Pyrene. Oh, another of those blood mages. I have to look up, because I think Pyrene is our next target, because we can't. But Abizio of course has also blood magic. We'll have to make choices here. In Bitra the walls are lightly damaged. Oh, great. And two riders without mounts made their way back. Oh, great. Then the Goddess of Armor, the Goddesses of Armor, Julian, Ricky and Bubbles, have been permanently vanquished. So this is the end of Armor. I'm surprised Armor was even there with the capital in the hand of someone else, I guess. And a random province somewhere. And hold on until their dominion flipped out. Bitra is getting more and more frogs. Well, okay, let's carry some new frogs inside. Let's give the frogs to someone else. And now this guy can march back and get more frogs for us. Delca is ours. Fortification, yeah, 500. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. This is fortification. This is a castle, right? Yes. Oh yeah, that will be painful. We need our mages, I suppose. Here we are still having to garrison this place. At least the throne is now ours. This should be good for us in the future. Of course, we are a bit poor right now. We've taken over some territory here. And we really need stuff like the income from Delca. Let's see if I can do this. And then... yeah. It's kind of funny how the discount for mounted units seems only to work if I unmake my recruitment and then try again. That's kind of funky. So we are getting these guys slowly up in power. One summoner and forger. We could really need a second bar cup with level 4 in water for army leading reasons for casting better spells. But we have 2 walking at artillery cannons now. That's nice, I suppose. Now let's give those buggers to the other guy. And reinforce, because our losses were heavy. And we can't even... wow, okay. We're still doing really badly here. I guess I can put someone else to preach now. Let's see. We are down to 1 enemy candle. So this is at least something. Now I have to collect money for our stupid little building projects. Laboratory temple, yeah. So, and here we're... no, sorry. We're slowly getting there. I guess I have to go to our most expensive unit and interrupt here. Oh, my nose even. It's not even that it's too awful to contemplate, it's just that my nose started itching really badly as I did this. So... well, okay. Found Minnesota, you can side search while you're here, right? And these poor guys... whatever deceased them apparently didn't catch them this turn. So now I do a high risk because I need a temple here. And then Delca is next turn, followed by Pegwoods. Because this is just a palisade, so we'll get it real fast here. Most of the survivors limped into the castle, as I can see. That's nice. So Ekus is now the garrison force here, I guess. Our poison frogs get back in there, please. And now we even have a dump flyer again. You'll go back there. Thank you. Now we have some frogs left over. Miscellaneous frogs. You know that this makes more sense. So... yeah, the Blesser can stay as a garrison force, I guess. Because we really don't need all this firepower here. Okay. But she is far better at leading troops, so she can have the Sacreds too. And Ekus, what are you doing? You don't need to be here, and you can stay? Okay. So this makes more sense. The problem is, of course, we need to know if there is something here. completely forgot the site search over here. I'm stupid. So I guess I'm slowing myself down here because now I have the problem that my best mage for site searching is also the best mage for troop leading, so she is now sitting here while my a bit depleted main army is doing the sieging here. No, that's dangerous. Nope. Sorry, lady. I guess I have to use this guy instead. I need more units at first. So site search, and next turn I can send him up there to join our defense. And Agner, you can preach now that this place is ours. And I guess more flyers would be fun for our friend. So now I'm hammering my fist down on Packwoods. What is our friend doing? Big armies are about to clash over here at the border. Reinforcements are on the way. So the battle is still open. We are still trying desperately to get our candles back, but we are losing on one province and slowly winning on the other. Retreat. Let's see. Whoop. The other side, please. Yeah, now we have one here. Well, let's see how long we can walk around before we are getting fucked. And yeah, okay, this is of course a death trap here. Good that I have more scouts coming. There is a nice place I would look at to see where this is going, because of course this could be something Abizia can use to escape from my trap. So let's see, maybe we're lucky. I can already move in the next, so we can have a look down there. Then we have this gigantic army. That's disconcerting. Then Mu is still growing troops here. Let's see. Ahas are the best because they can preach and later go back to their underwater duties of research. The fortress upgrade is still building. And my underwater, well, amphibious army really is slowly growing in strength. So like most of what we're doing, it really needs magic to function. Yeah, our shitty armies are really a drag. Frogs are not made for war, apparently. Our bats, well, at least they can stab the back row a little bit. But yeah, we need our troops back and our mages. And of course we'll lose so many of them, that's hilarious. The sad thing is, the ones who have level 2 at death I could save by making them twice-born. But of course none of them is deceased. Only the ones who have not enough death. This is kind of funny. Do I have someone... do I have the right research? I mean, I have construction 5 now, so the answer is yes. So because I can do some stupid trick to save these poor bastards. Let's see. Deceased means as long we'll see. So they lose 1 HP permanently each turn. So eventually they will die, and they get, of course, no more and more afflictions. So I have to do something really bad shit now. I have to take those who are deceased out of here. Each of them has level 1 in death. And now, because our mages are important for us, I now have to move them away from there, and fucking fast. I can move them into Delca because we have a laboratory there. And then we have some death camps saved up. And of course our research will now slow down again. But, well, it can't be helped. So, forging this neat thing here, this skull stuff. So now we can save 1 per turn. That's probably not enough, so I need a second one. Thankfully we have construction 5, because otherwise this would have been hilariously bleak and for those poor bastards. Then let's see if we have something else. Yeah, we have the Robe of the Sea, which gives us some nice things. Water breathing is of course redundant. Air breathing is also redundant for amphibian units, but nice. Some more hit points, more water magic, which is the real important thing. And since we already have tons of games, I can now yeah, that's a lot. The Earth games we have to carefully save up, but I can forge some of those ropes and pass them out to our mages. There is a funny thing, if I'm really cheeky, I can even give them to our level 2 water mages to make them additional mobile artillery guns in our army. But right now I am just wanting to save our poor idiots down below. With 2 skull staffs I can upgrade 2 of those idiots into level 2 mages per turn and then let them cast twice spawn. So when they die, at least they'll come back as undead white mages, saved. Though my prophet is a bigger problem. If his inherent affliction resistance isn't saving him, that's it for him. So of course this means as soon as he is done here with building a temple, he has to get out of there, just in case there is something hidden. And I just realized as soon as I have an undead white mage, thanks to our little disease problem, I can just send one of them back to do some site searching. So I guess we now have to add some depth to our repertoire. Oh, careful, my cat is coming through here. So yeah, we're doing some upgrades. The ropes are kind of expensive and I need... Do I need level 3 or level 4? Oh no, level 3 is enough, so let's make 2. Then I can get some on here because level 5 now makes him a really good summoner if push comes to shove. Too bad our big pretender can't be anything like this. But this time I make sure that he has the right paths from the get-go, so he doesn't need any upgrades. 5 water of 6 is exactly what he needs. Not more, not less. This of course is kind of funny, but of course I can give one of my poor little idiots here a rope and then have them march up to give Han one. Before this guy becomes a hero, I should probably... Can I? Yes, I can still rename him. So I guess I have to look into my list of famous sinkholes and dole out another name. Oh, there's another level 4 mage here. Huh. Wow, this one is... Fuck. If I want to save them all. But priorities. I need some mages to hurt the idiots inside, as we've seen. Because not all of our frogs die. So priorities. The poor bastards who are ill first. And then I'll look at our best mages and pick 1 or 2 out to additionally twice spawn them. They can come back if they die. And this boring crap done. Research. We need probably more conjuration, right? We are at 5. Has some nice options, but not enough. And water means... Yeah, level 7 would be nice, because living water is a force to be reckoned with. A level 5 caster gets you 5 shiny water elementals at once. And they might not be the biggest ones, but it's still a lot of firepower underwater. The Queen of Elemental Water is level 5 cast. Well, okay. Then the next big call is Conjuration 8, after we got our Lost Lands. We are now at Evocation 5 and slowly making our way through Evocation 7. So in short, these are our current goals. Unlocking Ice Strike, so our level 2 watercasters have something to do. Then unlocking Lost Land, so we have our nuclear option. And then we're rushing to Conjuration 8, so we can get some neat little water summons. And until then we have kind of to survive. The good thing is our raising income should be enough to offset our heavy losses in the couple turns. But still, this is a big army and we need a lot of mages to counteract this shit. Which is of course why I have to save my poor dumb frogs now. Anything else to see? Well, we have of course death magic. But yeah, that's kind of situationally. I guess it's an option for our important water mages if I give they have level death 2 and get to keep skull staff. Because this means they can invulnerably themselves and not die to some cheeky bastard showing up close to them. There was of course some interesting water spell with Death Gripped, which was... Oh, fuck, I keep forgetting that this spell is Death. Stygian Rain. It's another important spell. I keep forgetting it's the most important because it gives invulnerability to all of our units. All of fucking them. So our froggies then will probably be a lot scarier in action if even the dumbest of them, just with a spear, can suddenly be chipped to death by something tiny. Of course, magic and fire and shit is still a great danger. Anathema Salamanders, those are Abesia's fire mages. No idea what the army is supposed to be doing. I really hope they march into man. Or armor. No idea. We are of course rushing right now. Because as soon as this army starts to move, we are in emergency mode. We have to get ready. So, of course, so. Anyway, that's all I can do for now. I really hope Asphodel is willing to help us if Albesia is invading. Well, he is saying he has no problems beating Scaleria. I mean, he was bragging he could beat Scaleria and Pyrene. And after killing a lot of Pyrene's most important units, Pyrene negotiated peace. So now it's Scaleria for now against Asphodel. And if the war is going well, he'll probably send some thing like this giant army, for example, or this giant army into the oceans. And this is of course another option I didn't even think about. Maybe Abesia is just sitting this army here because he can see this big army here. He can't go into the ocean, of course, but the ocean can come up to meet him. That's interesting. But of course, it also means if he invades, if his army is starting to move in our direction, I have to immediately call for help and hope our ally will be able to do something, because we sure as hell need some more preparation. Alone, Ice Strike would help a lot, but we are still 300, 600, yeah, 4 turns before we get even Evocation 6, and then even with more mages recruited by that point, we still need something like 6 turns after that, or 10 turns. Yeah, our research is kind of shit right now. I probably have to do this dumb thing where I search out some smaller places where I don't need to recruit huge armies and then start piling on the researchers. Credera and Beatra, for example, especially Beatra, since it's more of a bitch to siege down, would be ideal. So we have to continue our plans now. Of the 4 castles of Ulm, we have taken 2 now. And now I'm trying to get the others down as fast as possible. Now Pegwoods and the great saving and improving mages operation. And then I'll send some idiots down here to help Beatra get done faster. Yeah, there is not a lot of people in the world believing in the Fountain of Minnesota. Sorry, Fountain Minnesota, should I say. But at least we have this guy now here. Let's see how our Dominion spread improves now. We have a new temple next turn. This means then we are going to 5 temples, then 6, 7 and 8. That should help a lot. Dominion strength is of course a bit low, but we have now our conflict bonus, thankfully. 3, 4, 5, our temples, and plus 5. Yeah, this is nice. Normally level 2 throne only counts for 2 temples in strength, but this one is 5, so we immediately upgraded like shit. And we get another chance next month for the new temple going up. And the conflict bonus is nice because it's effectively turning our Dominion strength into 8 already. And as soon as we have at least 5 temples, our Dominion strength goes up another point. So our effective Dominion strength from next turn forward is 9 instead of 7. This will help a lot, a real lot, to compete with the others around us. And then we'll feel a little bit safer if 1, 2, 3 more temples go up, because this means even if we lose temples due to invasion or bad luck, our Dominion strength won't go down immediately. And then I either have to do something about Abysia, or if Abysia isn't attacking, I guess I can build 2 more fortresses just so I can put a temple there that isn't easily defeated. Another option, of course, is Lake Fortuna, but with 2 possible jokesters who can just go down there and eliminate a temple, that's kind of unfun. We of course have the water option. None of those provinces are really good, which is kind of weird. They are all our influence of lots of growth. Mu is still under foreign belief. Yeah, that's fucking hell. Yes, of course, turmoil and sloth. No wonder that the income is so bad here. You really need to go preaching here. Yeah, underwater provinces are all manner of terrible. Only 1 or 2 have any income to speak of. Of course, if I want to be cheeky, I could put down another castle just to... well, but where exactly? And this province would be kind of useful. There's not much resources, but I guess every little bit helps. Or if I want to protect my weird little magic signs, this would be ideal. And of course it sets us directly next to a possible Scalarian invasion with undead. Yeah, underwater protection is kind of a thing I have to think about. I guess one option would be a castle in Fortuna, just for the sole reason to put a temple there that won't immediately be destroyed if a raiding force shows up. Because that's the thing. Setting up a temple without a fort is kind of a risk. If a raiding force shows up and defeats the province defense, well, that's 600 pounds of gold down the drain. At least with the improvements in Dominion 6, even the palisade can hold out if there's a small raiding force. And if there's a big army, then even a big castle wouldn't help in the long term. But anyway, that's future times. Now we kind of have to hope that our growing strength on the field of religion will help us out a lot here. I keep forgetting that he got this chest wound, and I'm panicking because I think that he has a disease. Nope, he didn't. So I guess this is enough for me. It was a nice little spring. Let us see if we can survive and hold on for long enough. We need our ICBMs. Hello people, Limbluini here in Dominion 6, Land of Xibalba. Found Minnesota, sinkholing the world. You know the drill by now, we are in early summer in the year 3. A dire portent starts off when unethically sourced enemy girls, the maker of mountains, brings up and plants a new Mother of Earthquakes, Mother Oak. And now they get more nature gems. So either this was the player who killed the other Mother Oak or the same player trying again. I completely forgot. I have to compare recordings actually. My poor bad memory. Then we're doing some side searching and of course not finding anything. Our bad luck strikes again, I guess. Then in the Packwoods, we are finally setting up shop in the last of Ulm's 3 fortresses. Then we get some death games in White Lake. Packwoods, unrest. Well, that's a problem for Ulm for now, and we have to deal with it afterwards. Then Xibalba, we got undisciplined jailers have defiled your blood slaves. Ah yeah, because they need to be virgins, huh? Magic rules and shit. Minus 11. Yeah, we had 0 blood slaves, so this is actually not doing anything. Fortress in Mu is completed, and since we can't build anything better, being dumb frogs, this is it for now. Then in Bitra we are continuing. Now we are back to lightly damaged. In Packwoods we are to severely damaged, so this will go fast. Even with our armies now split between the fortress we're building here and the shit we're building there. So nothing is really happening to our troops here, it seems. Oh, some are getting diseased, so it's just slower than I thought it would happen. But it does happen, slowly. Well, I can now take the sacreds off here. Let's be a bit risky about things, but I really don't want to lose too many troops. We can then join these guys here, but we can also search some. Oh yeah, that's a lot of death, so this population is going down. We probably need some more temples, right? Temples. Oh, we don't have a temple here. Okay, this means these guys. Oh yes, of course, my Operation Rescue. First off, Agna, please build another temple, thanks. So we now have 2 more temples then, and a Packwood, a 3rd temple, and a 4th one in Beta, and we should be good. Also, temple control. We are now back up to 12 converted provinces, thanks to our now better Dominion strength, our conflict bonus, and our 5 more chances to roll. And of course it's more Pyrenean nations that fall under our control, because here we are moving backwards. So that's probably not Asphodel's fault. It's probably that Abysia can bloodsag, and I don't really know because I always only memorized the Aztec guys, the fantasy Aztecs. I forgot their name for now. Mictlan, that was Mictlan. They can use this mechanic where if you have a temple somewhere, you can then kill your own population or blood slaves, which turns unrest up, which then you have to turn down by killing your population. And this in turn will raise your dominion a lot and will reduce dominion in surrounding provinces. So it's a nasty way to spread your own dominion. And the thing with Mictlan is they can actually do spreads normally. The temples alone will be useless. So it's a fairly aggressive nation that will be immediately toppling down if you don't be an awful shit. You have to aggressively expand to get more temples up and more population to kill, otherwise you'll just get into a doom spiral as you have to kill people to get your dominion up or you perish. But this will also reduce your income, and it's nasty. It's no idea, it could be some kind of demon thing spreading unrest here, dominion here. I'm not sure, I'm just being paranoid because I see those hell spawns just sitting here. Could also be that there's Just a continuous stream up from the underground, joining the army here. It's now 240. But yes, as unreliable as scout reports are from the distance, no idea what's going on there for real. We managed to infiltrate Abysia, and yeah, there's not much here actually. Mostly mages and some basic infantry. So what I guess is going on here, that Abysia is using blood magic to make more abominations, and then they send them above ground. We are now in a really good position to see what's up here. And yeah, there is another army going around. So let's go. No idea why this army is back down below now. It's possible that it's in fact just the message about the really big army above. Yeah, of course I would like to stay here, but I don't want to lose scouts by some patrolling. Could be that this army report was actually overstating the numbers, and there are still more reinforcements coming in instead of walking out. Both is possible, especially since there is just one step between this castle and the gateway. By castle I mean it's only a fortress. So no idea, either Abysia is still preparing for something against Man or Agatha or against us, but right now we are still at peace, and that's what matters. Well, and now we have to do this fairly stupid thing. Oh, by the way, we did have some blood slaves apparently, I didn't even notice. So let's start with these guys here. They get... 2 of them get death skullfuckers, skull staffs. Ah. My lord, so now I can save those 2 idiots. Yes, and afterwards we wanted to save some of our level 4 water mages. Well, let's do this in groups of 2, since each use costs us 10 plus... Oh yeah, those fuckers are bigger, so we'll take a lot of gems. So let's try this first here, since it's primarily important to save our deceased ones. So do we have the spell... Create Revenant... Fuck! We are missing research. Ah, that's bad. I didn't really expect that we just gave up at enchantment 3. Yeah, we need 1 more level. Okay, now I wish really hard we could just reorder our research queue, but no, we have to manually delete everything to make space. So, enchantment 4. Any more death here? Well, Horde of Skeletons could be useful. Ah, my nose. And now let's do this again. And now we have to wait a turn until the game remembers that we stopped researching putting that spell into the queue. Or it's... Oh yeah, it was hidden from sight. This game sometimes. So let's do this again. And then... Huh. Okay, Niflheim maybe? I have to rethink things after we got Lost Land. Now we are back en route, and we actually lost some progress towards Evocation 7 because I actually needed some enchantment research first. At least we're getting enchantment by now in 2 turns. And enchantment 5 won't be too awful. But holy fucking shit, are we stupid sometimes. Now there are at least big beefy boys, even the Kuhul, so they will survive, but it is a close thing. Let's at least let them do some gut here. And one of the... Let's see, he has research 16, does have research 22, and they are both... No, he's only level 1. priest. Oh, I forgot this guy here. He is a level 2 priest. This weird kind of magic assassin. He can preach now. We're building a temple and then we can move on with our lives. Yeah, so I will be moving these troops into Packed Woods to reinforce. And since I know there is not much inside that could stop us, I don't need flyers. So I keep my flyers for now in the capital. Yep, you're getting the units now. Let's alternate. And now I'm feeling a bit safer here. Ah, yes. Ah, my nose. We are still running dry on money now that I've built so much shit at once. And we of course need more money soon. Now, we have more frogs to transport here. So let's move them over to speed things up very slowly. Underwater, we now have finished our fortress and now of course we can really build things up. We can only preach and preach because we are collecting enemy candles like candy here. Despite our temple and preaching from now multiple guys. Yeah, as soon as there is enemy candles, even level 1 priests can do a ton of shit. Here we are already up to neutral. So I guess, do we have money for ahas? Now we have. Yeah. So now we can use them for a bit of extra research instead. Now let's take a look. We stopped recruiting mages here, here, and here of course there is something causing disease, so we don't want to. Xibalba also. Yeah, we are kind of drained on money right now. Next turn I can start recruiting backups again because we'll have the extra money again. And we now don't need to forge anything, so more research please. More research. Oh, why did you do this? Oh yes, of course, I remember suddenly. I doled out some ropes. So now we have a level 4 mage who is a level 5 mage. And the next time... Oh yeah, of course, we now have to wait 2 turns for that shit. Well, we can, of course, do something else here. This one is already level 3. Let's see. Yeah, our backups are kind of limited, but we are still a lot of ways off. So I want to give, since the siege is still going on for a couple turns, this guy should get also upgrade to level 5. And then this growing army could use another... Okay. And this one has really weird paths, so he can have a rope too, so now he is a walking artillery gun like everyone else. And because it's funny and he has less research, I can also then give him the task of making a new rope of the sea, so for our level 4 mage, walking into Delca soon. And then I'll keep piling on the water gems for later, and the earth gems for later, probably up to 200 by the time I'm done with my lost land research. Yeah, from next turn forward we have to keep on researching. I have so many mages not to put to research after forging. That's a really bad idea. On the political front there is not much new. Ulm, of course, is AI controlled now, after being dead. Asphodel and Skeleria are fighting it out, with Asphodel carrying around lots and lots of units. There might be peace with Peene, I don't know. But Pyrene is also in conflict with Scaleria. Oh no, Pythium. They are all those very close. So Pyrene might be eaten by Pythium, and if this happens too fast, I will be forced to take some of Pyrene's surrounding provinces just for protection of my capital. One of the reasons why I want to have Packwoods, because whatever is happening in Silvermark is spooking me, but we can have a strong army in Packwoods and then march from there. And using Druid lands, we can also strike at the same time at the land of our lord. Sorry. Pythium, of course, is blocked because of this range here. But we'll have to see what's happening here. Let's see if we can send scouts over there. Scouting, my friends. So you now have to go over here, because I want to see what's north of that mountain range. And yeah, so we had to reorder our research a bit because of a fuck up on my planning part. And we got some more provinces under the control of our religion, thanks to our now more powerful religion. And yeah, it's kind of funny. I keep forgetting we have 200 gold less. So there's one mage less per turn for now. Until we have all of our temples up. 2 are still missing, and to get them we have to put down the remaining enemy forces first, so we can recruit mages as long as this happens. Of course, it's with this frog nation, it's always, do I recruit my really awesome but expensive frog mages, or a shit ton of cheap frogs, so we don't get outnumbered 10-1 by our neighbors? It's an interesting conundrum, because of course as long as we have lots of mages, we are kind of on top. But we also need lots and lots of frogs, so the enemy will patiently stand around waiting to be doomfired to death by our frost magic. Yeah, so I can't really see anything else. This is done. Let's end this turn for now. Libluini out. Oh, hey, you're Amber. Oh, my little kitty. Huh? Ja, Katze, komm hier, Hexenkatze.